Question 31. Question 31 asks that the phenomena of syngamy and angiosperm were discovered by. So B, remember, syngamy is the fusion of male and female gamete, and this was discovered by Strasburger. So option B is the correct answer, and this was discovered in the 1884. Next is question 32. Question 32 asks that which one is an example of triploid tissue? Example of triploid tissue. Now if we talk about this, option A is given as onion root. Now onion root represent a sporophyte, so they are diploid. Option B represent a fern prothallus. Now fern prothallus, if we talk, this prothallus represents a gametophyte of pteridophyte, so it is a haploid. C is given as maize and lily endosperm. So maize and lily are angiosperm, and if we talk about its endosperm, which is formed by the triple fusion, this is 3N, so it is an example of triploid tissue. So C is the correct answer. Question 33. Question 33 asks that for pollinated ovary, which is correct? For a pollinated ovary, the correct statement is A. Accessory cells are diploid. It is incorrect. Accessory cells are diploid now, they remain haploid. B. Antipodal cells are haploid. Yes, antipodal remain haploid. Egg cell is diploid. Egg never can be a diploid, it is haploid. And D. Ovule cell is haploid. Ovule cell are also not only haploid, they are diploid, like nucellus and integument are diploid, so they are the diploid one. So it is all are not correct. B. Antipodals are haploid, that is a correct statement. Next is question 34. Now question 34 is asking about the estrus cycle is seen in. Estrus cycle is seen in mammals, and during estrus cycle, one of the important thing is that endometrium get absorbed. It does not break if the offspring is not established. So in estrus cycle is seen in option C, that is rat is the correct answer. Question 35. Question 35 asks that endosperm of gymnosperm is. Endosperm of gymnosperm form before fertilization, so it is haploid. So option C become correct answer. Question 36. Question 36 asks that in maize pollination is. Maize are wind pollinated plant. So wind is the abiotic agent which is involved in this pollination, and wind pollination is also known as anemophily. So in maize pollination is anemophilous. So option A is correct answer. Question 37. Question 37 asks that Question 37 asks that in mature stigma, mature stigma is either rough or sticky, is either rough or sticky in. So mature stigma need to be rough and sticky when it need to capture the moving pollen grains, and the moving pollen grains need to be captured in case of the anemophilous flower, and this anemophilous flower are known as wind pollinated flowers, in which pollen grain are moving in the wind and they need to be captured. So they need a rough and sticky stigma. So wind pollinated flowers, that is option C, become the correct answer. Question 38. Question 38 asks that the functional megaspore undergoes Now, if we talk about functional megaspore, you should remember that there is a one megaspore mother cell which undergo meiosis and produce 4 megaspore. Out of 4 megaspore, 3 degenerate and 1 of chalaza and survive. Now, if we see in this megaspore have a single nucleus and a cell. In this, now free nuclear division occur and free nuclear mitosis occur. So in these 2 nucleus will be formed. These 2 nucleus move to the opposite pole, and then one more mitosis occur, that is a free nuclear mitosis. So now out of these 2 there become a 4 nucleus, and 4 nucleus again undergo free nuclear mitosis. So now these 4 become total 8. Now out of 8, one nucleus reaches to the center. So now there is 3 nucleus, and there is 2 nucleus. And when cytokinesis occur at last, now it have 2 synergid and 1 egg cell, 3 antipodal cell, and 2 polar nuclei which are present in central cell. So this is a 7 cell, 8 nucleated embryo sac. So in this single megaspore, 1, 2 and 3 mitoses are required. So option B becomes the correct answer, that 3 mitoses required to form mature embryo sac, and this is a matured embryo sac with the 7 cell 8 nucleate condition. So B is the correct answer. Question 39. Question 39 asks that stem cutting are commonly used for the preparation of. So be remember that stem cutting of at least 1 year old stem, that is employed in rows. So rows, that is option B is the correct answer. Question 40. Question 40 asks that A is given as in protist and monerans, the parent cell divide into 2 to give rise to new individuals. Means question statement is saying that in protist and monerans, binary fission occur. Now R is given as So this is the correct statement. Now R is given as binary fission occurring paramecium. So yes, transverse type of binary fission occur in case of paramecium. So it is also correct. So option A become correct answer, that is both A and R are correct. Next is question 41. Question 41 asks that in ficus people pollination is affected by. So we remember it is a fact based question. In ficus or people pollination is completed or affected by insects. So C is the correct answer, because might be have seen that in ficus or people there is a hypanthodium inflorescence, and in hypanthodium inflorescence you will see that there is a cavity is present like this, and within this cavity you will find the presence of one pore, hairs. Here you will find a long styled female flower. Here you find style flower, and you will find a male flower. So when a wasp enters these for the egg position or oviposition, egg is laid here this, and when egg hatch and the new insects come, that insect come out of this, and while coming outside it rub with this and take the pollen grain from this plant and reaches to the another one. So in such way in ficus the pollination occur by the insects, and that is a bee wasp or gall wasp. Question 42. Question 42 asks that unisexuality of flower prevents. Unisexuality of flower prevents. Now unisexuality is also known as dicliny, and this dicliny or unisexuality is a outbreeding device, and this outbreeding device promote cross pollination. It promote and it inhibit self pollination. So in case of this, if self pollination is prevented, means both autogamy and geitonogamy should be prevented. So answer is option C, that both autogamy and geitonogamy get prevented. So option C is the correct answer. Question 43. Question 43 asks that in plant meiosis occurs in. So now if we talk about the plant, and in plant if we talk about the meiosis, it occurs in several places. It occurs for the male gamete production and the female gamete production as well as. But if we go according to the option A is given as anther. Now in anther there is a microsporangium or pollen sac. Now in this pollen sac microsporogenesis occur, and during this microsporogenesis or pollen grain formation meiosis occur. So anther is correct where the meiosis occur, but we should understand other options as well. So option B is given as root tip. Now root tip is diploid and it is a vegetative tissue, it is not a reproductive tissue, so meiosis cannot occur. Option C is given as cambium. In cambium division occur, mitosis occur, meiosis cannot occur, and option D is given as pollen grain. So in pollen grain which have already formed, that is haploid, so no meiosis, only mitosis can happen. So in all these three there is no chance of meiosis, only meiosis can occur in kth or anther during the pollen grain formation. Question 44. Question 44 asks that in a type of apomixis type which is known as adventive embryony, in this embryos directly development, so it is a fact based question where adventive embryony is also known as sporophytic budding, and in this if we talk about the ovule, from ovule this nucellus and this integument give rise to directly embryo through mitosis, then it is known as adventive embryony. So nucellus and integument become the correct option. So option A is correct answer, that is nucellus and integument give rise to embryo, and that is known as adventive embryony. Next is question 45. Question 45, it asks that which is not a bisexual animal, So if we talk about the question, it is asking them which of the following is not a hermaphrodite. Now if we talk about the option A, if we talk about this, write some example of hermaphrodite. They are earthworm, leech, starfish, tapeworm, and some sponge. So option A is tapeworm, so it show hermaphroditism. Option B is given as leech, it also shows. Option C sponge, it can also show. And D is the rat, and rat is unisexual, it is not bisexual, so it cannot be considered as hermaphrodite. So D is the correct answer.